In spite of the title of this video, one of the terms I hate is the term dirty fighting, especially when people are describing fighting outside of the ring. If you are training for a fair fight outside of the ring, you are training for an ego-based conflict between two people. For those who practice combatives and self-defense, this is immature thinking. We're practicing skills that will maim, hurt, break, and at worst, kill another human being. These skills should be held in reserve and only used if we are forced to use them. The type of person-to-person conflict that people describe as street fights, bar fights, etc., are simply ego-based duels. That is the realm of the immature and the antisocial to get into. That is the realm of the person who has no control over their temper, has no control over their anger. I remember reading an interview with an Okinawan grandmaster in Black Belt magazine many years ago, and he said he would not lower his dignity to fight in the street over spilt drinks, insults, or women. And that really resonated with me. I thought, that's a man of honor. That is also a man who understands that violence brings consequences. Choosing to fight someone because they insulted you is a very dangerous habit. Yet many people glorify this in our culture and talk about how they would fight over this and that and the other thing. You need to know what you're willing to fight over. But you also have to put parameters around that. Varg Freeborn talks about knowing your mission. Well, I know my mission. My mission is to stay safe. My mission is to get home safely. My mission is to help teach other people to do that. So for that mission, I keep my ego in check. I try to be polite. I try not to give in to my anger. I try very hard not to be self-righteous and have to give people I don't know lessons on their behavior. However, I have failed at that at times, and because of that, I am talking to someone about my misdirected anger, because I have to be in control of me. I have to have ironclad control over my temper, and this is part of the discipline that I have to have when it comes to training pugilism, combatives, and Filipino martial arts. There's too much that can go wrong if I lack emotional control and use those skills in the wrong situation. So I'm constantly working on making myself a better person. I'm constantly working on having control over my anger, which means having control over my ego and understanding what triggers I have created by my own insecurities. Being a combatives practitioner requires more than just being physically capable of inflicting pain, injury, and death upon another human being. If you go deep into combatives, there is a requirement of also going deep into your interpersonal skills, your anger management, and having control over yourself so that you will not create the situation where you have to defend yourself. You will not give somebody an education on their behavior because we think that they will react the same way we will. We think they will have the same kind of worldview as us. But you never know. Someone you yell at, someone you swear at may be honor bound in their mindset to stick a knife in you for such an insult. There are people out there with that worldview, and you never know who you're interacting with, what their worldview is. So it's best to avoid that kind of thing. It's best to walk around with humility, a smile, and be as friendly as you can and present a non-aggressive demeanor to the world if you want to stay safe and avoid violence. These reasons are some of the most important reasons to me to train combatives. There are many others, and and I will follow up with a video on them. This idea of having control over my emotions, over my anger, over how I react to insults, makes me a better person. It makes me a better father. It makes me a better coach. Understanding the responsibility that comes with these skills motivates me to be a better person. This alone would be a great reason to train combatives, but there are many other reasons as well, and I will go into them in another video. Thank you.